Did he run away? Oh, there he is. No?
Alright, this guy is Baky the Baky. He is a three-banded Brazilian armadillo. These are not the kind you see wild in America. They're not the kind you see dead on the road in America. This is a mammal, not a reptile, so this is a carapace, not a shell. If you're looking at this, you can see little tiny hairs sticking through it all over the place. That is because his three moving bands here, 1, 2, 3, are held together by these bands of skin. All these little star patterns all over him are little bony plates that are also held together by skin, and that's why his hair is sticking through in between the little bony plates. And so it's front of carapace, back of carapace, and then when he comes out just like the little Bakugan toy does, like that, from a ball into an animal. And I think the coolest thing about him is the way his little ears go, like that. And then when you set this guy down on the ground, he just runs around like a little potato with high heels on. This guy is an insectivore. His favorite things to eat are superworms and mealworms and hornworms and waxworms. And we get black housefly larvae and soldier fly pupa. And we sprinkle those out into his box, and he digs down into the dirt doing his natural foraging behavior. These guys are they almost always have identical quadruplets, and they're generally always female. And just on our last farm tour, we had a guy from, what was it? Cody?
Klondike.
Klondike.
Exotics.
Exotics. It says that he's got a female. I said on the live, we've been hunting high and low for a female one of these, and somebody on our live said, hey, I got a female for you. And so we may have a female soon. When we get one, we're going to name it Shaka Khan. So we'll have Bakugan and Shaka Khan. Stay here, Baku. And you can't pet him. He has a feeling because this is not a shell, this is a carapace. Those little claws. So the super group Zathorans is armadillos and sloths and anteaters, and that is mammals with a hinged spine. So they all can ball up to one extent or another, but out of the 50 different kinds of armadillos, there are only 2 that can make a complete ball, and this is one of the 2. I'm told that this guy can be as big as a soccer ball, run 30 miles an hour, jump 3 feet straight in the air, but I'm going to have to see that to believe it, because this guy's a year old and he's about the size he was when he came here. So I don't know about any soccer ball size, but he is quick. Obviously a kangaroo. You want to pet this one, you need to hit the hand sanitizer first. This is a little girl kangaroo. This is a red kangaroo, but the redness of a red kangaroo is a male hormone-driven trait. So the females turn this bluish gray color as soon as they leave the pouch. The males will remain red as long as they're alive, unless they're neutered or very, very old. If you guys want to pet this little girl, you're welcome to. She's friendly. So all of our kangaroos that we've had here up to date have come here in pairs. And so our first 2 were rough and tough. Then we had Damani and Alora. Then we had Rosie and Josie. Then we had Tom and Jerry. Then we had Ruby and Max. And those are all still here except Tom and Jerry. They went to a pet home yesterday. And now we have one out in the field that has a baby that's almost ready to come out of the pouch, and we don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. So we got this one to be the little teammate to that one, and we're waiting to name them until we know if the other one is a boy or a girl. But if you got any good name suggestions for a pair of kangaroos that at least one of is a girl, we're welcome to hear them. This one is 7 months and a couple of weeks. The two on the other side of the door right there are both a year. And bottle feeding baby kangaroos is an experience you can sign up to do here on the farm. We bottle feed the kangaroos. Those two go at 8:30 or 9:30 in the morning and 6 o'clock at night. And this one is baby, so she's still eating 5 a day. But you can sign up to bottle feed baby kangaroos here on the farm. All right, Kevin's got the next animal there.
All right, guys. These are hedgehogs here.
All right, when we go to pick them up, we're going to scoop them up here from the bottom. They do a little bit different in terms of the fence and all that it does. It has spikes here, so we put your hands up and look underneath here, and they go with it. Make sure you don't try to grab them from the top. If you do, you might need the first aid kit, which is right over there. So what you're going to do is when they crawl around, just scoop them from the bottom. And here you go. Put one over here, and if you're little, maybe sit down. That way you don't drop off. There you go. Awesome. You can start right down there. There you go. Scoop. There you go. Awesome. There you go. Scoop. There you go. Nice and soft up underneath. Sometimes if you stay sit down, you don't have to worry about the standing up part. Everybody get a chance? Andrew, yeah, I see you. You're a handful.
How big do they?
Not much bigger.
Not much bigger.
Yeah.
They grandmas?
Far away, they're all in that rodent family, but did you guys all have this one? There you go. Good try. Yep, that's the full farm experience. There you go. There's a restroom right down there on the left. You kind of get the whole shebang. You get the full experience, John.
Oh boy.
Put them back.
They have been peeing today a lot.
Cody, you ready, baby? You gonna come see us?
John, are these out of the middle? The hedgehogs?
Yeah. Alright, y'all, this guy's coated a Cusimundi. This one is not a cutting animal. Big, huge teeth, big, huge claws. This guy, his long, sharp claws here, and the long, wiggly nose tell us this guy likes to dig. He likes to dig into the ground to get bugs and grubs and worms. And he would eat any small lizard or amphibian he could catch. He would be happy to eat any mammal he could get his claws on. But he is primarily an arboreal creature, meaning meant to live in trees. This guy can run up a tree as fast as he can run across flat ground because of those great big claws. He can run down a tree as fast as he can run up because his feet will go backward first down the tree as fast as he goes up. When he's up in the trees, he likes to find bird nests or squirrel nests, and he will utterly wipe those out. And on the farm, some of his favorite things to eat are hard-boiled eggs and grapes and blueberries. And one of his very, very favorites is superworms. And he'll just snack those right down. And he likes boneless, skinless chicken breast boiled, not fried. He likes to eat pizza. His favorite pizza is Papa John's Meat Lovers Pizza. And his favorite game to play is he likes to run up into the trees in the petting farm, and he'll shake the branches like this, and the goats run around and go, "It's raining food, it's raining food." And he sits at the top and goes, "Oh, you fools." And they have a wonderful time at it. These are cousins of raccoons. These guys are primarily from Central America and South America. They are in North America. They're all over Mexico. And they're just beginning to range up into New Mexico and Arizona a little bit. But Cusimundi means it is a South American Indian word. Why do you want that, dude? The iguana is shedding. It's a South American Indian word that means nose in belt because they sleep with their tail curled around the outside and like their nose stuck in their belt. And in Mexico, they call this a quadi, which means the lonesome one, because the males are all solitary and the females live in bands. But this guy is Coda. This one is the pet animal. The two on the other side are a breeding pair. If she is out right now, the one may have a baby by now, I'm not sure. She turns dark gray color before she had a baby last time. Oh, sorry, buddy. And she turned gray about a month ago, so we think that she'll be having a baby any day. And so those two over there are breeding pair. This guy is a pet. This guy was bottle raised and living there until he was 8 months old. At the end of his in-the-house career was when he discovered that his very favorite thing to do was unload the cabinets. And there is no child-proof lock that will keep this guy out. If he can't operate it, he can bite through it. His teeth are significantly bigger than what looked like they would fit in his mouth, because he's got a gap in his top jaw and his bottom tooth goes all the way through his jaw. So it's basically tickling the skin at the top of his nose there. So his teeth are all more than an inch long. Well, his fang teeth are more than an inch long. But yeah, this guy, he is right at 4 years old now, and he's been riding on my shoulder since he was a baby. All right, come on, buddy, say quiet to people. Oh, let's go. Her head is sticking out of the end up there. Oh, she have to come back when the baby is out. The babies. Show you a picture of the last baby that was here. Little bit was the last baby that trained to be an ambassador animal for someone else. And that was her. Super cute. scrambles around. He lost us yet. But once he's out, you can pet him, and when you pet him like this, he's all rough and bumpy. When you pet him right here, he feels like sandpaper. Pet him here, he feels like a purse or a wallet or something. This guy's very favorite thing is to be petted. He loves for you to pet him, and he sits there and just goes, "Oh, you can pet me all day." So this guy is again an arboreal creature, meaning meant to live in the trees. He again uses the sharp claws thrown up and down trees. This guy, he's weird colored right now because he's mid-shed, so you know all the grayed out patches are where he's about to shed. When he's done shedding, his brown legs blend in with the branches of trees, and his green back blends in with the leaves of the trees. So he hides in a tree pretty well, but then he also has a form of mimicry. So his form of mimicry is he'll turn his head sideways like this and close his eye, be trying to show that this big brown thing on the side of his face is his eyeball, because he's trying to mimic a creature that is much, much larger than himself. If he actually had eyes that big, he would be a huge animal. It's a lot more common with fish than it is with other animals. Fish very often have large eyeball-shaped dots on them. And they're like turned sideways, some coming out and trying to show themselves to be much bigger than they actually are. Little dam going there. People tell me I'm a prolific puppy dog. Hey, can you show Tootsie? I gotta make this.
Yep.
Alright guys, this is Tootsie. This is a bearded dragon. And Tootsie has something that also the iguana has. Right on the top, that little scale, and you can see it on the iguana. On the iguana, it looks white. It's called their parakeet layer. And so when anything flies over them, they can see that there's a shadow. So here on him, if you look down on top, see that little clear scale right there? Kind of like a sixth sense. And also the bearded dragon has it. So the bearded dragon, you can see these little spikes. You can touch them. They're just for show. So that's how they're trying to get people to avoid eating it by saying, "Oh no, I have scary spikes." So with the color that Tootsie here is, where do you think Tootsie would normally be found? Exactly, desert. Yeah, nice and flat. Exactly, trees, and then in the desert. And they all have that parakeet gland, which is kind of like a spider sense, and I think it's really cool. It feels like a purse too, doesn't it? On that, yeah, it doesn't feel normal. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Spotted geckos here. Now these guys, the reason that they're brightly colored is normally out in the wild, if you see something brightly colored, it's venomous or poisonous, right? And so that's their defense, is to look like they're poisonous, but they're not. You can touch this one. Is this what? I don't know. We asked the vet lots of questions. He won't really know. We'll watch for the sun and then we'll and Willie is like really, really old. He's well past the prime. So he's in the super summer. We have two, actually one upstairs, and it's bright yellow. So down in Florida, the iguanas are so prolific that they get up in the trees, but then when it occasionally gets really cold, they fall out of the trees because they're just not meaning to, but they he like moves around. He's like, whoa, let's see what my feet are, you know? Other than that, he's chill. I'm gonna let John know he's outside. I'm gonna go ahead and let him keep quiet out for you guys. Hey, Billy, come out to you. We're gonna do a keep quiet. So next up, guys, is the cute squad. So we have goats and llamas and alpacas, and you can pick them up and you can pet them. And they're really cute. I'm closing these doors so we don't have to go find all the animals. Alright, come on guys. Get this crazy big ball out here. That's out. There you go. So part of the reason that all these shavings are stuck to them when they're newly born in that first year, all the hair follicles on them are designed to hold on to all the shavings. So that way it's kind of like a camouflage for them. So people are always like, why do they have shavings stuck all over them? Because that's what they would do in the wild. No, it's 100% sheep. It's just they really thought that it was a goat. It's like all the show. It's like a sheep goat. And then this white one at the very top is called Tyler because like Steven Tyler, he looks like a lady. He's way too pretty to be a dude. And then Llama Del Rey, like Llama Del Rey. Which actually the llama is an alpaca, but we decided to stay with the name for the run. Can we go get Willie and put him back?
I just did.
Okay. We did the bearded dragon, the geckos, and then I have a feet spot.
Alright, after them we'll do the
Okay. And if they're jumping on you too much, just kind of push them off with your knee.
These are all llamas.
They're all mixed. Llamas, alpacas, sheep, goats. The one that we thought was a llama is not. It's an alpaca. We had a ton of animals and we're like, name. This one is actually, yes. He has a name.
So do they,
Tyler.
do they actually spit people here?
It's very rare. It's more like they're frustrated. It's the camels will occasionally spit at each other, but it's pretty rare.
We went to our soccer and that's the llamas and they were getting interaction with monkeys, but they would spit.
Yeah.
So when I first wanted an alpaca, I bought 10 and I kept the one that didn't spit at me and sold the rest. I don't like getting spit out by anyone. I have one up there though that keeps spitting at me and my wife was like, "What is yours?" I'm like, "You take care of it."
Is that the one that likes to sit on the other llamas?
Yes. If you guys want to hold these, best way to hold a sheep or a goat is around the end like that. Same age as the rest. She is miniature. That one is older than these, and she is miniature. Llama should be much bigger than an alpacas, but she is a tiny llama, and she's super friendly like that. I guess as a byproduct of having major health issues. So like where her hair is growing back here, that's where we had to shave her because we were giving her lactated ringers for a number of days in a row, sitting with her in our lap for hours and hours. A lot of people probably would not have put into that one what we put into it so far, but we'll pretty much pull out all stops to try to keep them in.
Got one hand for the back and one hand
Alright guys, we're going to put these ones back and get out the next animal. Come on babies.
Sorry.
There we go. He's got the big old. He's got the.
Come here babies. Come on guys. Come here babies. Alright guys, these ones are sugar gliders. Sugar gliders are marsupials, meaning mammals with pouches. These ones are friendly little pet animals. If you like to hold one, you scoop it like a pancake. Remember, if you try to scoop a pancake like this, you have a smushed mess. If you pull your spatula out and you wait for the pancake to crawl onto the spatula, you could be waiting a very long time. So you scoop it like a pancake, or like that, or like that. So if you want to hold one, you scoop like a pancake. Well, you have Whoa! Come here. There you go. Who wants that one? There you are. So, sugar gliders are marsupials, mammals with pouches. When their babies are born, it is the size of a single grain of rice. These are in no way related to any sort of squirrel. These guys would be closer relatives to kangaroos or opossums, or some other thing in the marsupial family like that. These are native to Australia. In Australia, they are wild. They call them sugar gliders because they like to eat sweet things, honey, nectar, stuff like that. And they like to glide, which means jump and glide. I'm told that if you had one start from the top of a goalpost, they could make the 50-yard line in a single glide. Obviously, I don't have any way to know that because I don't own a goalpost. These monkeys are good. They'll pick the one person that he thinks is his buddy and just want to be with that one.
Are they mates?
No, these two are brothers. Not the same litter, same mother.
I didn't watch the whole reel, but on TikTok there was one of them, like one of them was on the other's back, was that a baby? on the
Yeah,
other's
that's
back?
what babies do, right on the mother's back.
They're behind on the back. Yeah. Sure they're brothers. I heard that.
Does anyone have a fake beard I could borrow?
I
I want a fake beard so I can get this baby. Hold my hand 1 second. I like the hairy legs. I know,
Yeah.
right?
Bearded men is where it's at.
He's like, not today.
He's like Mission Impossible.
Guys, these are the smallest animals on the farm. These are micro squirrels. That is the world's smallest type of squirrel. These ones are babies. They are not full grown. They'll get almost double that size. But a full-grown micro squirrel only weighs 20 grams. So that is right at 1 ounce. So you would need 16 of these to make a pound of squirrels. These guys are from South Africa. And these are properly called either African pygmy squirrels or African pygmy dormice, which is because of the word, not because they're a mouse, but dormir, meaning sleeping. So these guys do hibernate. They don't fall down when you turn them over. Their fingers are so little that they're holding on to the lines in your skin. You just don't feel it. And these guys do make excellent pets. When they're a little bigger, they live in a 10-gallon aquarium. Clean that aquarium like 4 times a year, and eat about $20 worth of food a year. And these will bond to an individual people. These ones are babies, so they're not really bonded yet. But they'll bond to an individual person. These guys live about 7 or 8 years. They don't stink like a gerbil or a hamster. They don't smell to high heaven like a guinea pig. These are excellent little pets. But those are micro squirrels.
16 that's a baby one. He said when they're fully grown, they'll be about 2 times that size. 2 times that size would be one. And you got that 16 of them to weigh 1 pound.
Oh, I got their line.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
There you go, Georgie.
here, Tiki. Oh. Don't panic. I'll get him. Good job. Yes, he likes you. He's the one that looks more similar to Donna.
Hey, what the monkey reached over and grabbed her tail. That's really painful. The monkey, are you alright? Okay. The monkey was like, what is that?
And this one is Skittles, and Skittles doesn't usually fly out here. But this one is named Skittles because he's all the colors of the rainbow. He's a rainbow macaw, which is also called a Kangaroo macaw. Skittles mainly likes to dance a little bit, but if Donna's not down here, he may just stand on his dick. But that is Tiki's roommate. These are both males. They're both a year and a half, 2 years old. All right, buddy, let's go back. Hand? Hand? Good boy. Hand?
Is it rides or just camels?
Just talking. Okay. A short talk.